All right, Kyle, let's go over some headlines. What do we need to know?
They are still investigating the deadly massacre that happened in Vegas. Now, right after the attack that left 58 Americans dead and over 500 more injured, ISIS operatives claimed responsibility for the attack. Now, yesterday, a lawmaker said he's actually been shown evidence that ISIS may have been involved in the attack, and also said during the interview that the National Counterterrorism Center should have a role in the investigation. So imagine going to your bank account and just checking out how things are going, and whether you've got, $50 in your bank account or 5,000 or 500,000, you go and you have an idea of what you're about to look at, but you log in and you see $0. Your account is actually in the negative.
Been there.
That happened to a bunch of Wells Fargo people yesterday. Like, if you had a Wells Fargo account, you logged in, you saw $0. When you had something in there, there was actually a glitch that emptied the bank accounts of some of their customers. I guess some online bill payments were processed twice. That, of course, led to some overdraft protection fees. Mess it was, Richard Barra, because a lot of people had to wait online or on the phone for hours to speak to representatives. Now, since then, Wells Fargo said they fixed the issue. They said, really sorry, but you just also might want to check your account to make sure everything's okay. Make sure we did fix it all right. That's a big mistake. There's been a lot of little mistakes because of quote-unquote glitches lately. This is not a glitch, but it is definitely a big mistake, okay? There is something called the Tide Pod Challenge, which is a trend on social media where users post videos of themselves literally eating the laundry detergent packages, which, by the way, can kill you. So it's the dumbest thing. I have no idea why anybody would include themselves in this challenge, but it's happening, and it is a super popular challenge right now. But because YouTube and Facebook realize how dangerous it is, they say, well, we cannot stop you from choosing to put these dangerous Tide Pods in your mouth. What we will do is we are taking down all of the videos, so you can't post them anymore.
So about a week ago, I think, maybe even longer than that, my wife has this friend named Juan from Venezuela, I think. And Blake says to me, my wife, we're driving, she goes, Juan was telling me that there's this thing called the Tide Pod Challenge where kids are eating those little Tide Pod things. And I'm like, Blake, Juan doesn't know what he's talking about. I go, there's always these urban legends and people saying the kids are doing this and doing that. That is the stupidest thing in the world. It's not. I go, unless there was a credible news source. And she goes, and she Googles something and she shows me something. Give me that. And I look at her phone and it's like some, davesnews.com. And I'm like, I go, this is just an urban legend. I go, look, I plug it in and I scroll. I go, oh, and there was it was on usatoday.com. I go, well, it's USA Today, but I'm sure that USA Today is probably down. I mean, who reads the newspaper anymore? I go, this Tide Pod thing is stupid and it's just not true. And then the next day, I start seeing some stuff about it. Then the next day, more stuff. And now it's like part of our vocabulary now. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never said Tide Pod in my life.
Right.
It sounds like a Star Wars spaceship. Take the Tide Pods and go get the whatever.
If it's some kind of like a guerrilla marketing, I've never seen anything like it. But because you know what? You see the store and you think, what dumbass is going to bite into a Tide Pod and feel like, well, that's a challenge, I've done it. You're just going to die.
I even said to my wife, because my kids were in the car, I go, don't even bring this up here. Why even plant that seed in our kids' brains that people even do that? I go, it's silly. Because I thought it wasn't real.
It's real.
Right?
It's so real.
I don't get it.
Like I said, Facebook and Instagram are now taking down the posts. Now, take this with you throughout your day and think about it. Because some are saying this guy is the best dad ever, and some are saying this guy is the worst dad ever. There is a millionaire who arranged a surprise birthday for his 12-year-old son. Now, this is a very different 12-year-old birthday party than I've ever heard of. This millionaire arranged for a bunch of strippers to come with his 12-year-old son because he wanted to make his son into a man. Now, there's video circulating on the internet of these strippers, like, taking the 12-year-old boy, dancing all over him, taking his hands, touching their boobs. It's like,
really?
It was a party with strippers for a 12-year-old.
Like they were naked?
No, they were in their undies. Their lingerie, if you will.
They were touching their boobs through that lingerie?
In the video, there was no nakedness, but who knows? I mean, his hands were on their boobs and butts. And like I said, some are saying best dad ever, some are saying worst dad ever, and that's what you need to know.
That's a bad move.
Yeah, that is.
As much as I want to crack a joke about it or whatever, that's a bad move for a 12-year-old.
And it almost, you can't see the kid's face in the video, but it almost looks like He's like, am I supposed to be doing this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, what about
it
that?
almost looks like that. Yeah.
Hey, I got a great idea for a birthday party. That's a Tide Pod challenge, Dad. That's a dumbass dad.
Yeah, it's a dumbass.